shuffling. It's fine. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a critically average adventure, and welcome to this warm, cozy tavern. I believe we've returned to that we like to call the Fragments. It's a D&D 5e campaign. I'm playing with my friends on this one. Hello. When last we saw our heroes, they have been playing with a small crevasse in the space, floating in the air, suspended in midair in the back lanes of the poorer workers' district in the city of Kakanzax. Had done some investigating, had played around with it, had passed a feather through and received a small whistle back. Killian Norn had blown upon the whistle and summoned a centaur, who hung around for a bit, answered a few questions, and then was subsumed back into the realm from which he was summoned. And then when did you go back home?
We were going to the pub.
We went to the tavern to have some entertainment and also try and find the girl and the fox, because we thought they might be possessed or be troubled by some sort of shadow creature. But it turns out that was many years ago, and they're long gone.
Yeah.
So that was
I
like,
think the timeline was maybe not so much many years ago. Maybe that wasn't quite clearly explained. It was many months ago, not years.
Well, it was more than 48 hours, thus saving their lives and thus gaining a reputation in the city is kind of bust.
No, exactly. But it wasn't so long ago. I like you know it is in living memory and recent memory.
It's one too many lots. It's like 1 day, 2 days. We could do something about that. 3 days, it's many.
Yeah. So you've done
some
chatting to Treese.
Yep, the grumpy landlady of the Elk.
The Yak's Tongue.
Yak's Tongue, that's it. Everyone just calls it the Yak.
Yeah, just the Yak is fine.
We have been having a chat about the Sletnies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Lost Sletney.
Someone killed him.
Yeah, apparently the White Dragon attack. Very focused on the west end of the city, which should be interesting to look at.
West End girls.
Apparently Sletney was a foul man. He paid people to do his dirty work. He lorded over people through his authority.
He was a miserable git. Even when he had his life saved, I tell you, he wasn't even grateful. He had his life saved, then he was re-murdered.
That's a sentence for the ages.
That's a nice
re-murdered.
Re-murdered.
Not just brought back to life, but brought back to life and murdered again.
Just to show what for.
No,
I have actually done that in a fight at one point, because I was playing the cleric and there was one of the characters that was just going on about this evil lord of his hometown, and someone else killed him in the battle.
Oh.
And we were in quite high level by this point, so I actually revivified him just so the party.
You can have your revenge now. Thanks, mate. Final blow, 1 hit point.
And of course, then you gained your second alignment change to chaotic evil, and the game has never been the same since. Pardon me.
Evening was drawing in, I think, at the end of our last game, and there was someone was preparing to play on the stage.
Yes, I was. With some juggling.
Oh, you were going to go on after, weren't you? Yeah. Yes, at the moment, there is a tabaxi, rare in these parts. Erwin, you would know that Frohast's climate and the tabaxi tend to favour the warmer climes. So it's strange to see one here. And they take to the stage and have an accordion that is affixed with fantastically coloured. It's kind of like pearlescent green on the outside, and the bellows, the buttons, sorry, all the keys are ivory and bone, kind of white cream, but the bellow itself is this wonderfully rich red fabric. This ever so supple leather, and then you can sort of see the workings in that hold it together, the kind of rib, the exoskeleton, and it's finely made. It's a beautiful instrument.
Cool.
And he starts playing just a little background music, and it doesn't seem to be like performing like the full set at the moment. He's kind of just filling the space, filling the get warm up kind of thing, getting the evening going at the moment. Is there anything you're doing, guys? You've booking rooms. I think you booked rooms.
Booked rooms. We've got rooms.
Oh, you had two people watching you, if you remember, as well.
Yeah, and I stared at them until they went away.
Yeah, you did.
Yep. So as the evening sets in, guys, we should really go out when the evening sets in fully and go and investigate the potentials that we found.
The potentials?
Building.
Oh. You mean like sort of okay. All right. So we're gonna have a bit of dinner and then go find some more people to squish.
Yes, it's always best to do that on a full stomach. I agree, Jackson.
Cool.
We can check on the polar bears and the fox too.
Yep.
And the
Okay.
Swede.
Are you doing that? Having food? So sit down at the bar.
Have food, because aren't our animals across the square from where the room is?
They are more northerly in that map. I forgot to send you it. I'm so sorry. I'm such a bad person.
No, there is a map. You did put a map in.
Yeah.
20.
It may be me getting the thingy wrong.
I'll get it out.
Oh, you didn't label it though.
No, I'm going to go and roll.
So we're in the funny room. We're next to the.
Hold on, let me sign in roll 20 and I can ping it for you. It's probably easier. Beep, 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 beep. Because
So yeah, the yak's there, but isn't our thingy there and aren't our animals there?
hold on, I cannot see. I'm not on a thing. Fragments. Launch.
Yeah. Oh, just me and Johnny here at the moment.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
There you go. So like our animals are in the stables.
Yep.
And
Yes.
the abandoned building smithy place is where the symbol is, isn't it?
Yeah, so you saw it, and the yak is down here.
Yeah. So we can go and check on the animals and then go and prowl around the building.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I thought you meant when you said the square. I thought you meant this square. Sorry.
Oh no, I kind of thought that this was a sort of a squarey thingy there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. That is. Yeah. Within that bit. Yeah. They're within that square, but not across the square from the yak. I thought that's what.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair enough. Yeah.
Understood the conversation.
So
I
yeah.
don't know why I said that like I'm Schwarzenegger.
Yep. Was that Tech? ERI? Eric's.
Eric's
Fragments.
words. Eric T. Wood.
Eric T. Wood.
He's the carpenter.
Well,
Yeah.
woodsworker, yep.
Woods worker.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in that building. Meow. There. Yeah. You enjoy your dinner. And let's see how well this bard does. Ho ho! He does terribly. he's trying to get his accordion or bellowed instrument to behave itself, and it seems to be nigh on impossible for him to sing in tune with this thing. It seems to be completely playing notes that this tabaxi cannot sing. The tones are all wrong. Everything about it is discordant as he plays, and he's getting booed, and he's kind of looking like ruffled and trying to like play it off, and looking very nervous. And he said, I'll just be back after the break here. Don't go anywhere. Just get a refresh from my my whistle." And he goes over to the bar and kind of leans into Mags, and Mags is just like Mags, not Mags, wrong bar. Leans into Treese and says, and he starts whispering, and you can see Treese is like, "Going on? You can do this? It's a busy night. Can't be doing that. What's happened? I thought you told yourself as all this. You think you're going to get a room and gold with that kind of performance?" And like she's really tearing him down a strip.
I'll wander over.
I can sing.
No.
I'm going to tell you a joke, and you're going to laugh. Okay.
I very nearly gave me a completely different thing because I was going to talk to the crowd and like sort of, you know, I had a whole thing forming in my brain, but then I'm going to chat with the bard instead.
Oh.
Okay. You walk over and they're like, they've got an ale and a chaser, and they're like, you know, they're.
Oh.
Going to make it better.
What's that? Sorry, a fan. Always nice to meet a fan.
The second half.
So, what?
You're going up to play a game, right?
Oh yes. And how did you like the first?
It was a bit shit, but I'm sure you can do better next time.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm Jax.
Joel Jewist.
What was Joel?
JULJUIS.
So I've not seen very many of you people around here because, like, I don't understand it because you're furry, so you should do quite well in the cold, but apparently you don't really.
No, warmer climes are normally my my kind's thing. Yes. Oh, but yeah. Well, needs must, you know.
Okay, so we're gonna get this. We can do this, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you for believing in me, and that's really kind of you. Thank you for having some hope for a struggling, just a bad day.
I wasn't sure because, like you get the wildcats and they like scream at each other in the middle of the night, and I don't know if you were trying for that.
None of what I've
Just being a John's face.
Cats have claws,
none
you know.
of what I was doing this evening was a traditional tabaxi mating call. No.
I was just checking.
Not. Sorry?
I was just checking that's fine.
I'm glad. Thanks for letting me know that's fine.
But you know, I'm sure we're gonna have a better one next half.
Gonna be a song about an orc. It's gonna be a song about a dumb orc, you know it.
There was
Next song gonna be all orcs are dicks.
Charles will walk over and kind of
Oh, Charles, poor Charles, no, Charles, don't. Don't do it.
Have you made a new acquaintance here?
This is Julius. He's like he prefers to be warmer, but he kind of needs to be here. So I think he's running away from something.
Oh, no, just touring my grand tour. It's going to be fantastic. It's just yeah, like maybe it's you're right. It's the cold. It's got in my bones. Can't get the flex going. Can't quite hit all those keys. A lot of buttons on one of those things. I don't.
Do the claws get in the way?
Retractable.
Oh, nice.
Don't like the way you said that.
Well, that's track.
Okay.
I like it. That's brilliant.
Charles will be like, pleasure to meet you, Julius. And he shake the hands and cast guidance on the part, as he does so.
Someone turn off the
So-
Discord, please.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Would
Is
it-
that ours beeping?
Would it-
It's not
Would
me. I think mine's muted.
It's me beeping from us.
Oh.
No, I don't know what it is. It's not our Discord because I've got no messages in there, but I'm going to quit it just all the same, just in case.
Oh, he's mine. I don't,
Something
I
else
don't have it installed.
They're not playing tonight. They're not. The others are being. Yeah, they're being
They shut up. Already.
being quiet. They love their downtime game. Yeah, Julius will kind of then finish the point, take the shot, and go back onto the stage and kind of.
Too much fanfare.
Huh?
Too much fanfare, I imagine.
Yeah, there are a couple of like, oh
Groans.
come on, second half, you couldn't even manage your first. Really, what a joke! This is terrible. And he goes back
I'm just gonna stand up to my height and be like, he was just warming up. His second half is gonna be better.
bar turns to you and like, oh, he's got a cheerleader, has he? Like, oh, wonderful, one fan. Go on, Julius, let's hear it then. And then he's gonna roll to do another performance. And he gets a D4, and he'll get advantage for Jax's assist. And he plays an amazing set with a dirty 20 this time round. So with Jax's assistance of the kind of jeering on.
Actually, the actual thing was just as terrible, but they're terrified of Jackson, so they're going, woo! Staring at Jackson. Is this good enough? Is this good enough?
Yeah, they were like, no. And they pay more attention. Like they're not just brushing him off this like as if it's going to be a terrible set. So this time around they listen. But maybe the alcohol was kind of assisted. Maybe it's Charlie's little subtle magical influence. But he picks up the accordion and starts playing, and he sings a little song. And the song goes.
Oh no.
Goes a little something like this. No.
Bam 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 bam. Go on about this.
I'll go find the song now.
I don't know all of this like.
The song goes to step through is a miracle, to jump and leap from one place to another in a split of a heart's beat. There be no rhyme or reason, there be no songs left to sing. When the right words be spoken, the drawing doth begin. With a little light-hearted music and spirits raised in chant, come sing with me, and join the changing dance. The world is an illusion when all is said and done. Mine is just the driver of beast, the two are sung. And half to make complete the thing that we call the living machine. But in a blink, it can all change. 3, 2, 1, rearrange. And he plays it. That's the final song he plays in the set, and he kind of folds up upon the music stand. If you remember, he was setting up his music, and he folds up a book that he was playing this from, and closes it and starts packing up his stuff. Thunderous, well, not a thunderous applause because it's not a natural joke, but much more applause, and that is appreciated. And a couple of people actually like chuck a couple of silver his way, and he picks them from the stage, and then goes to the bar, and you can see that the reaction from Treese is far better. Not a clap in sight though from Treese, just as kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, you did all right. That's better. That's what we expected. You get a room. That's fine.
Ah, she's a hard task mistress. I can appreciate it.
I did have a think about your maybe going and poking around the Maury place tonight. Do we not
Yes.
want to fix our 2 spell people first?
Yes. Lovely. Love to. That may take a little longer.
I thought we were just going to the church.
Do you honestly think it's just literally giving me like a tune-up or a quick sharpening of the sword on a wheatstone?
I don't know. Well, until we go and ask in the church, we don't know.
How
They
about,
might be like, oh, that's easy to fix.
how about I go sneak around for a bit and you take them to the church?
Because if you go sneaking around for a bit and anything goes horribly wrong, then you get eaten by something big and nasty and we can't help you.
I can testify being eaten is not pleasant.
No, I've been eaten. I know.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. The leaf things. I guess there was more composted, though. Sorry, semantics.
Do you know there are actual plants, like sort of in the jungles, that like eat bugs? And when they make flowers, they have really long stems to keep the flowers away from the eaty bugs part, so they don't eat their own bugs that like make them.
Thanks, Jax, for the
You're,
update.
you're a
I thought
veritable...
it was interesting. They have really long like sort of flowers that they put a long way away from themselves, so they don't eat the bugs that come to like take the pollen. I learned
can
the
see how
Venus flytrap fact the other day.
I can see how that's relevant. Yes, Jackson, a
Let's go to the
fantastic.
church, shall we? Because, you know...
Well, yes, I believe there
Did
is
we
a
even
temple.
find out where the church was?
Sorry?
Did we even find out where the church was?
No, you haven't.
Oh, wow. No!
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
Julius, you're local. Are you around here? You been elsewhere around here?
Well travelled, I am.
Well, do you know where the church is here?
I've sought help in the arms of many a church. When I
Melora.
first, oh
No,
yes,
we put an eye on it.
to the south, west of the city. It is. I shall mark it on the map. It is. Which one is it?
Hey, which way's north?
This one. No, is it that one? It might be that one. It might be this one. Oh, I can't remember. It's that one.
Hey, right.
Yeah, pretty sure it's that one. Yeah.
So we were quite close to it when we were wandering around. So we
Yeah.
should probably go there.
Right, yes, I'm finished supper. Performance was lovely. Oh, and are you going to have a go?
Yeah, this is more important. There'll be other nights.
Okay. Never mind. I was quite looking forward to that. And yes,
Okay.
you're quite right. Probably sorting out where my magic has gone or come from might be more important.
Yes, just in case.
You venture out into the setting sun as it starts bobbing below the eastern horizon,
Mhm.
dipping down and casting long shadows. The walls of Kanzak's make that more chill as they rise up above the buildings within inside it. And it's for
Let's have a
Owen.
put-
it's no trouble. For most of you, not really much trouble, but you've been traveling the snow for a time, especially Killian Norton. How's Killian feeling?
How's the K-Man doing?
Hungry? You've just ate. You've just ate at the end. How can you be hungry? How's Killian? Yeah.
It was just like,
Am I currently eating? No, I am hungry.
exactly.
I suppose.
There's no such thing as haven't eaten. It's just not eating and eating.
It's not even that. It's not Mama's cooking.
It's true.
Mama.
True.
Is it Mama? Mama.
Mama.
Mama, Mama Oost.
It's not Mama's cooking.
No, Mama Oost.
Nana's devices. Nana's food. So I was thinking of.
I tell you what, this is no more than
Um,
south. It's cold. Whew.
Yes. Further south you travel, the further from the light of the sun. And there's something about, I don't know. Further south, it feels,
Like there's a big hole in the world
yes,
because there's a
like
big
there's
hole in the
something
world.
missing. A hollowness, maybe, Owen.
In a big hole.
Inside, I think internally, like a feeling of hollowness, not actually, unless I'm getting it wrong.
Can you make a perception check?
Can you? That's a good question. Can you make a perception check?
Can you?
Because I know damn well I probably can't.
Come on then. Hey, Killian Nolan.
No.
Mm.
That
You proceed through the streets and it's uneventful.
would be a 10.
It's uneventful as you proceed through glancing around, taking in your new surroundings. You walk up past to the main road, and if you follow that along, you can follow that kind of main track, and to your right rise up these great big towers made of a kind of purple brick, like a pale purple, dark purple lines through it. And the doors are firmly shut and locked and look very, very secure.
Weird
you can make out
purpley
it's a
veins.
footprint.
Weird purpley veins in the brick. Do they look crystally?
Make a survival.
He's a
Yes.
dwarven style because he's good at this stuff.
What might a survival?
Well, it'll be intelligence with it. I really don't know for that.
Nature.
It's a natural thing, so nature. I guess you could do it under nature.
Well, what would you like to roll? Pick one.
I'm just trying to think which would it fit more. What do you guys think?
Well, it's not a natural formation. While it is a natural rock, it's not a natural formation. So I would go with building materials. So I would probably go with something like architecture. So what's a
Well, I know dwarven stone cutting is history.
there you go.
rolls.
That's it.
Which is history intelligence.
Um,
Okay. But you're looking at the nature of the rock. So I'll let you make it with nature.
I just want to see if it's got this pink crystal shit in it.
Yeah. Ultimately,
Yes,
boils down to
you know what to look for this. No is the answer. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. It's probably not necessary to know. It is just a fine like vein of a darker rock that runs through this. It is not anywhere glowing or having that cold feeling when you approach it.
because making a building out of this stuff would make this look like a fucking fridge.
Really effective.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Verhast is cold.
But our house is warming up.
Is it?
Yes.
Been cold ever since I've been here.
Slowly warming up.
Is that because it's like summertime?
No.
It's mid-spring at the moment.
So like Frohess is gonna like melt.
Or split in half and sail off into the ocean.
And then it'd be really bad time to be on boats because they're like that got to be something, you floating along on a boat and then there's a bit of ice there. You weren't expecting that, were you?
Especially at night. Whew. Imagine that. A starless night. Terrible.
In fact, that was what happened to my boat. It like got split by a bit of ice in the middle of the sea.
It did.
Yeah.
That's where we found Jackson.
Yeah, but it kind of like poked up through the boat, so like it must have just appeared there.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. Icebergs will do that. They carve off, go under and come up.
But we weren't near anything.
But that's just weird then. Was there an ice dragon around?
I didn't see one, but I was asleep.
Hmm.
Um.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, we can go and talk to the magic people later. If the
Yeah, well, getting into the secret library, getting into their library will be hard. It's like invitation only.
we could go and see Gretch.
Gretch the Goblin.
Yeah.
Arcane Artifices lobby at the Amethyst Tower.
Yeah. He works in there. And
Do
that's
you
very
know him? Or do you know of him?
I know of him.
Okay. Well, we can always ask. No harm in that.
If he like buys and sells magic stuff, he probably likes money and stuff. So we could just like give him some money.
It sounds like a plan to me. I mean,
It's our plan. It's true.
it's some kind of plan.
Mm, it's a plan.
Let's get to the temple and see if we can get me fixed.
Okay.
Let's find out what the problem is first. Even if there is a problem.
You approach this temple. It is quite modest in its decoration. There is the symbol of Melora's eye above the door.
Oh, look, Gromish's eye.
Then it had an eye on the side. Does it have one on the other side and kind of, like a triangle?
No, it's not. You approach this the temple, and the eye peers down upon you as you enter through its. The door is open and unlocked, and you walk in, and there are several people kneeling for silent prayer, and there is a sets of pews either side. There is a raised balcony that runs around the upper level on the edges, but it's open to look down. So there's like views of the main concourse and the main pews in the center. To the sides, you can see that there are doors that go off to little sort of private prayer rooms and possibly offices. And you see like a altar at the far end, and then a stained glass as well in the background. Though it's not showing up very clearly as the sun is set to the door where you are, basically behind you. And there are kind of hooded folk as well that seem to be members of clergy, we would say, in this place. Well, this is welcoming, isn't it?
It's a church.
Do we need to see if we can look in the basement?
What?
Well, last time we were in a church, there was like crazy priests making crystals or farming crystals or stuff.
Well, let's do one thing at a time. Let's do legitimate things before we do anything illegitimate.
Maybe we should just introduce ourselves, Jackson.
Good start.
Charles will kind of approach one of the hooded figures and bow in deference and sort of, is there a lead, a priest, a higher priest that we can speak to? Who leads this temple? Who leads the worship here? and there's no words from this hooded folk, and they kind of gesture to the back right hand corner where you can see there is a door, half open, heavy wood door with banding on it, and you can see like the flickering of candlelight inside.
Mm.
Thank you, brother.
Um,
I'm going to sneak off.
I'm gonna thank the hooded guy, and I'm gonna thank him, and I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder while I do and give it a little bit of a squeeze.
You do so. You feel frail.
Oh,
bones
crumbling bones, turning into dust in your very hands.
and
Albeit-
you do not detect pudding at this point as you grab this individual.
Just feels a very slowly crushing.
You hear this kind of like,
Oh my God. Pat,
and then
pat,
they
pat,
kind of cross
pat,
themselves,
pick him up,
or
pick
they
him up.
circle themselves like this, and then they go and take a serious stop, right? Jackson, that individual had a vow of silence. You've just made them make the first sound they've made in several years.
I'm sure they make sounds all the time.
No, that's what a vow of silence is, Jackson.
But you can't control all the sounds, because like my tummy gurgles all the time, and there's other sounds and things.
What if they sneeze?
Exactly.
Have you ever tried to sneeze silently?
Killian,
It hurts.
you have seen me sneeze.
It hurts.
It is unpleasant.
What about when you cough? Can you cough silently?
Exactly. So you make noise all the time.
What about yawning? Can you yawn quite silently?
I don't know the ins and outs of it. I have never taken the vow myself.
But you see people that are taking the vow. How do they sneeze or cough or yawn?
I don't know. Maybe go get a feather. You've got some of mine already, haven't you? Go tickle his nose, see if he sneezes.
Oh, great God,
No,
I apologize.
Killian,
The hell are you doing?
Killian, don't. It was kidding. I was kidding. Please. This is a temple of my people, my order. Please, can we try and have... I will put one clause in if any of them turned out to be... If they're putting people, we can punch them. Okay, Jackson? Squeeze them for all they're worth. But if they're normal people, can we have some sense of decorum? Please.
Can I cough silently?
Gideon, it's the place of the law. Don't say the F word here.
Fart.
It echoes.
I love the distraction they're causing for me. I'm going to totally going to be I'm going to be everywhere in this building.
There are eyes like looking, but then looking away, trying to ignore the white dragonborn. The 7-foot white dragonborn going, "Fuck!" in the middle of the holy place, is it?
Wow,
Echoes.
the acoustics in this place is amazing.
It's
You hear a
beautiful.
whisper.
It's meant for choral singing. And the domed room just goes,
You've got the bard to come
yeah.
with it.
It like echoes off the back walls, comes back to you.
Comes back to you. Yeah. So, did you just say something? No, that's my echo. What the hell?
Really proud. And then he just stands up and he just goes,
Killian goes off. Comes back with a tambourine.
Rubs his beak. He runs his fingers up to his large eyes and to wherever approximates temples and
Pokes himself in the ears.
wait here. No,
I
no,
thought
don't
Kit
wait
could
here.
go
Come
too.
with me.
Am I waiting here? Because I don't have magic problems.
If you,
A giant beard says otherwise.
why don't you just take a seat, Jackson? Enjoy the quiet. have a moment's relaxation.
I'm going to go and sit with Mr. Quiet Man.
Enjoy the silence.
He sits on the bench. There's a worrying creak. The guy makes it his second sound as he's catapulted through the roof. Let's find out where Erwin's going. Erwin, let's have a stealth check.
Yay.
Does he get advantage for us helping?
I think assisted, yes. It is assisted by 3 idiots basically doing like a what's it called? Like
Three Stooges.
yeah. And I was thinking more like the Goon Show.
26.
26.
Oh yeah.
No one here's passive perception can pick up you trying to sneak around. Where are we heading, Mr. Erwin?
Oh, I'm looking for doors to either up or down. Basements, cupboards. I'm going to go problem finding if necessary.
The entrance to what you require going up is the most obvious one. You kind of turn back to look down the main aisle, and you see that there is a part of the wall that's shaped out as a curve, and you see a small wood door in it, and inside there is a spiral stair that leads up to the upper balcony, and that leads around the entire main building. Here you can see the stained glass on the side of the building also. It's this wonderful in creation, and you also find access to another floor up that rises up again to some sort of bell tower. You assume that this is going up where the eye of Melora was fixed on the front of the building.
Cool. Obviously, I'm going to be looking for symbols of the moor and other such things. Looking for bad symbols and signs. Oh yeah, hacking thieves' candle if necessary.
Yeah.
So last time I think it's been in the basement, but always a good idea to look up. I'll take advantage of being up here to actually have elevation and look around the city as well, but it's not my primary look.
Okay. From when you reach the top of the bell tower, you peer out, and you can see to the gates of the city from here, and you see like the flickering of the Meister's lights, and you see in his top room there, far off, probably scribbling away, wondering what kind of hat does really suit him, and specifically what color hat. And you would see, like down into the square, you can see that that's kind of quite a hubbub of bustling folk are moving to and fro, and you can
even this time of night. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like the night in that kind of in the square goes on for quite some time. There's quite a lot of jubilant celebration. It would seem at whatever time of, especially in the night time, it kind of comes alive like a street market would be, bustling and people drinking and gambling and playing and like a night market like you would have in Kyoto or somewhere like that maybe. And as you turn to look to the west of the city, and you can see the skeleton shapes of scaffold around several of the buildings, where you can see like reconstruction happening of the buildings. There's no workers on them right now, it would appear, just there is stuff being rebuilt. It's taking some time, heavy stone and that.
Is that part of the curved building at the back?
It would be the buildings. Which one got smooshed?
No, which one got smooshed?
This one.
Oh, next door. Okay.
You're in that one.
Okay.
This one, and this one. You can just make out as well.
Cool. What's the one directly behind us? If I can see it.
Sorry.
What is that one there?
This one.
Yeah. Like if I can get an angle on it.
You can see that it is a large building with approximately 2 floors and then a separate section on the top. like an extended section on the top. From this angle, you can't really work out what it is. It's quite a way. It's quite a way
fine
away.
windows or more industrial.
It has fine glass in the windows, so
Mm-hmm.
it looks. You maybe make the assumption that it could be like
An
some
academy.
sort of more administration. You might think.
Okay. And it has an officiousness to it. Yep.
Yeah, it has that kind of air of properness. The bricks are well kept. You know, the windows are clean. The frames are well
Everything's
maintained.
neat and tidy, not over the top. Nothing really screams
Yes, yeah. It's not ostentatious.
providence. Yeah, cool. Officiousness.
Could you make me an investigation check while you're looking for these other things while you're up there? It's only going to be one check for the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay. Investigation check. Oh, 17. Well, it went
17.
well. Yeah.
You
But I'm out
see.
also out of psychic points. They can't boast them anymore.
As you're walking around and you kind of walk past one of the benches on the way back to kind of investigate a basement of sorts.
Mhm.
You see scratched something that you recognise. Just looks like crude-ish graffiti that's been attempted to be covered up with varnish, hidden back in or sanded down. But what it communicates to you is this is a safe space.
Sort of safe haven sort of affair.
Yeah, it's in thieves' camp, or a version of that, a written form of that information. It basically describes this as a safe place, a safe haven.
Well, at least it was when it was written. Cool.
Over to Killian and Charles, heading towards this half-open door. Come on, Killian. Why'd you have to behave like that?
Can I just ask, is it a stone floor?
Yes.
And make sure that my claws tap on it as I walk. You know when kids like slap their feet on the floor when they walk?
Yeah.
When they're being weird.
Yeah, you're doing everything to be noisy and annoying. Okay, you slap your
I'm
feet.
wondering what Charles has done to you to cause you to do this, because I'm not sure what's going on with you and Charles. It's very weird. It's like all of a sudden you hate him. I don't know why.
Someone from my order. I remember. Please, just try and be nice. You are being obnoxious, and you know it.
Giggle.
Coming from this giant dragonborn is quite disturbing. Are you quite done? I am serious. I want to find out what's wrong with you and what's wrong with me. Sort it.
There's lots.
Killian, may I point out there quite clearly is something wrong with you. You are impotent.
What?
You are impotent in one of your modes of action.
There's a lot more feathers I can pull out, you know.
Killian, if I am lying, then you're welcome to. But you do have this little problem that you need to get sorted.
It's called Charles.
I am trying to be the solution, you obnoxious, obtuse dragonborn! And Charles shouts that, and that echoes around the room.
Which anyone opening this squeaky door? There we go.
Is that where I get to shout out? Oh, I thought it was supposed to be quiet in here.
Yeah,
Which is handy you want to catch that candelabra and put it back.
The door opens. It's like, yeah. Can I help you?
Yes, my name is Charles.
Ah, a brother of the cloth. I see. My name is Wraith.
Don't trust.
And he takes it.
You've just met the man.
I didn't say that out
Oh,
loud.
sorry.
Although it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought that was genuinely in
Yeah.
character because it's such a Killian thing to do.
And there goes Killian. Quick, Charles, get with it. Get with it. Quick, 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 quick.
You're Killian Nord. You have got about as many social graces as a goldfish.
Oh no, that's unfair. Goldfish are quite smart and intelligent.
Yeah, yeah.
You have
and
you
they're at least
have the
like-
social graces of an avalanche. That's what you have.
Yeah, yeah.
Woo! This is social niceties.
You and
All or nothing.
he takes and Ray's hand and shakes
Hardly. I'm sorry about the noise. Charles, as I said, and this is my dear companion, Killian Norn.
Norm. You folks used to travel to the city often for your supplies and stuff. The wagon trains don't come from Norn often now. Just trying to make conversation. What is it I can do for you?
That's why I didn't say anything because his eyes are just like.
Guess you're not a trader then, so you don't know much about it. Good. Well met, Dragon. Well met. You extend a hand.
I'll take his hand and give it a little.
No pudding.
But is that kind of, you know what I mean? You know when like guys shake hands, but then they do the little. I do that, but that's my way of like squeezing.
He's like, yeah. He goes like takes the hand first and goes, yes, yeah. Well met, Dragonborn. What is it I can help you with?
We have a problem of the
Magic.
It's to do with magic, but it's also to do with faith. For myself, please, can we talk privately?
Of course. Come into my office. Are your companion there? Okay. And then points over to Jax. What's Jax doing on the bench?
I'm asking questions of the quiet guy.
He
So,
does
like,
know-
why do you just not say anything? Because you make other noises, so like, and you communicate because you answered Charlie's question, so you're communicating, so it's not stopping that. And like, aren't you supposed to be singing like Melora's Call and stuff, and like getting people to join Melora's club? So aren't you supposed to be like telling people about how good she is?
This individual is just like mouthing prayer, constantly drawing the symbol of Melora time and time again upon their chest, holding talismans, rubbing them. You can
see them start to rock.
yeah,
rock
it's time to run. Like you can even hear like the prayers, the litanies that they are reciting is kind of getting faster and faster, even though they're praying probably that this orc person goes away and leaves them alone.
But it doesn't. I don't understand why you'd like decide. You know what? Because Melora's cool. I'm just not going to say anything ever again. I mean, like, how do you ask someone to like pass the salt or anything when you're having dinner?
That's Jack's main concern.
sure you'll be fine. And the brother there is holding up mightily to his interrogations. I'm sure they'll be okay.
And you're led into a small office. There is a oil lamp on the desk, Killian. There are some books on the walls of this place. A small library of sorts in there. And like a prayer book, and there is some individuals like ink and inkwell, and yeah, just kind of various paraphernalia of religious kind of things on the wall, little menorah symbols, and that kind of stuff. Go to your bed. Go.
It's just like how the dog just slowly creeps into frames.
You just had a drink and then shook and
Drowned you.
yeah. Not nice. Try and have a little nosy around.
Well, Ray sits across his desk from you. Yeah.
Please, a see to it. Would you like
wine? Some tea or something, maybe?
tea, please? Always a nice tea. Thank you.
He goes up and starts busying himself. He's kind of looking over his shoulder and chatting to you. He's like, "Are you sure you won't have anything, Dragonborn?" Ask him. No, ask him. See, there's something in between.
Yeah. So I don't want wine, but I don't want tea. I want something stronger.
Ah, there is something going on. I have a flask of it here. Hold on, where is it? And he rummages around and pulls it out and says, "Here." And takes a stone cup and puts it on the table in front of you. Opens up the flask, and immediately you kind of smell this kind of herbal kind of smell that comes out of it, and it's and he pours it into the cup. It's like a thick, dark brew, steaming hot still from inside this stone kind of flask that he's got. And it's like this. They're selling this in the city of late. They call it rook brew.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, I take it.
It is warm. It is nourishing. It is awakening. It's kind of got like some sort of aromatics in there as in the background as well. And it's like a kickstart, but kind of refreshing at the same time. It's not got the cragginess of coffee, even though it's got the texture of coffee.
I like any coffee that's called Kickstart.
Yeah. It's yes. They've been selling it for some time, and there's several carts now purporting to sell this stuff around the city here.
Make a mental note.
Mhm.
And look out. But then, as you say, it's in like a cup.
A stone cup, yes.
So I'm like holding it and kind of looking around and like wandering over, and so there's like shelves.
It's shelving, yeah.
I go.
Make me an investigation check,
Yeah.
because that is what's gonna happen.
Accident. Oh dear.
What is it?
Oh dear.
Oh, one. Killian, I'm not.
I
quite-
don't even see the shelves.
You see.
I don't even see the shelves.
Yeah, I don't
I
even.
don't know what the hell's going on.
You find one book, even with that. I mean, it's hard not to find a book.
Is it a colouring book with a pack of crayons stuck to the front?
No. It is seemingly a like a what do they call it when it's like the manuscript of a play.
Okay.
It's called The Tragedy.
Tragedy.
Oh, no, sorry, it's called The Awakening, and
Oh.
then it's the background is a tragedy stage play. It looks well read. It's in good condition. It's
Mhm.
written in common, so you can read it. It has a good hinge to it. And it has been locked at some point. It has been classed to be locked, but there's no longer a lock on it.
Is there a chair that I can sit in?
Yeah, he's gesturing the chair for you.
Okay. So while those two are having this conversation, I will sit through because I have nothing else to do.
Okay.
Because I am investigating.
Yeah. Charles and Wraith begin having their conversation, and it goes along the lines of, "I'm having a crisis of faith," and he explains the story of how he healed an individual that he shouldn't have been able to heal, for they were truly dead, and something else answered his call, and now he finds his magic is coming from somewhere else. Wraith then says, "Let me look at you, brother," and he will kind of put his hands upon them and cast some sort of magic.
While he does this, I'm like watching. While he's got his hands on Charles, I'm watching his head.
I can't check because you watch this magical thing occur. Should be good at this, Killian Norn. You were thought through a wall, Luke.
A sorcerer to be decided.
Yeah. 13.
You believe he's casting a low level sort of spell of detection upon him. You're not
Okay.
sure of what
Low level
magic's there.
divination.
Some sort of divination magic. And Wraith replies, "I sense no evil about you." To Charles,
That is a relief. Do you know what it is?
"I'm afraid there must be some research or maybe prayer involved for you to reach out to this other being. I sense sort of two within you.
Ooh.
I sense your underlying faith, and I sense that wavering has tuned you into something else. I have many books that you may spend time reading and stuff, reading and investigating here if you wish, reading and stuff.
I love that.
Reading and investigating here. You can tell I'm tired. Reading and stuff. Although there is a greater source of mine is but a fraction of the resources available in Kakanzax. If you make good with the Litiana, one of the council of Kakanzax, she is the leader of the library, and she can if you can get her good graces, then we will have access to one of the finest libraries in all of Earl.
Well, thank you. Can Litiana be found at the library?
Yes, she has residences within the building itself, I believe. She stays on there, and she has a prayer room, etc., and council chambers within the building itself. Much of her work revolves around the research in the library, and she stays there quite often. Litiana's not one to wander the streets. She's very devoted to their work. The only time she really comes out is at the Temple of Melora, the celebration of Melora. Melora's eye was fantastic. She cast some incredible spells. Wonders to see. She made great golems outside the walls, and they were piloted by heroes of Kakanzax. They climbed inside the garden, these giant golems, and fought each other in a battle to the death of the golems. And it turns out that, well,
The good guys won, of course. There was a horrible, shameful little tiefling that was shunned from the city and made to walk the wastes. That was played by you, actually, in that game.
A shameful, horrible tiefling. Can't believe I had her in the game. How you doing?
You were horrible in that game. You were really horrible. Bean playing an evil character was actually really horrible.
So was it horrible? I think it was horrible. You keep saying horrible. Was it horrible?
My ultimate bitch.
Killian,
Yeah.
as you're leafing,
Yes, dear.
as you're leafing through this book, you start reading through it, and it begins kind of with it begins with a dream sequence in the book, and it says, "Dream sequence: Woman is running through forests, being pursued by unseen pursuer. Branches are catching upon their hair, and they become more and more distraught as time goes on. And they tumble to the ground, and they turn over. And as they turn over, it says, they see a white dragonborn bearing down upon them. And the face turns over and smiles. Ah, Killian. So you're looking for me now, are you?
I'll shut the book.
This little chat.
And then open it again.
Just in normal text. His patron's so patient. Like, trying to go. Thank you, Wraith. We shall attempt to do so in the morning, and we'll leave you to your musings and readings. Do you need to stay? Do you need arms? We can quite happily accommodate you here in one of the bunks or something, if you require. No, we have lodgings at the Yak, bought and paid for. Well, if you should need it any time, you're most welcome to stay with us here. You are one of our brothers, and if these are your companions, they're more than welcome to stay beneath our roofs, our holy roofs. Good to meet you, Dragonborn. The book not to your liking? I thought it was rather generic. Could see it coming, couldn't you?
Hand it back to him.
Oh, takes what we can say. That's it, isn't it? Disappointing, especially the end. And he closes it, puts it back on the shelf, and bids you good night. And you're able to go back out of the thing, gathering up Jackson, the one that Jackson's been berating with questions, has pulled the hood over its face so that it cannot hear. Has the hands on the side of their head and is rocking profusely at Jackson's array of turret questions.
I don't even approach Jack. I shout down the aisle.
Yeah, the full
Oh
thing.
god.
Yeah.
Get out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you fixed.
are you fit?
Not quite. You come in?
Not quite coming.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye, Mr. Priesty person.
Great conversation we had. Who knew you had so much to say?
And you're going to make your way from the temple. What do you want to do now? It's quite late. The streets are darkening. There are various
I will
torches.
sidle up alongside these guys then, actually, when I finish my investigations.
Oh, and where did you come from?
Where do we all come from? So,
This is
how
no
did it
time
go?
for- I suppose it is a time for philosophy. Maybe theology, actually. But,
How did it go?
well,
Fixed.
no, I'm not fixed. Well, I feel better. Rake says that there seems to be two sources of magic within me, as we all suspected. But the good news is, it's not evil. The other one.
Oh,
We just don't know where it's from.
Don't you like actually talk to Laura? Doesn't she like talk back?
No, that's not how it works. Do you speak to Gramush? Like directly?
Not really.
No.
But then
Exactly.
I'm not a shaman, so you know that's their job.
I suppose.
And you're kind of a shaman, so surely you should be talking to like Melora.
It doesn't seem to come directly.
Does the other thing talk to you?
I've not tried.
What?
Does the
Am I
thing
talking to it?
I was scared to. I did not want to welcome an unknown presence into my mind or into my prayers.
See?
I think the horse has bolted.
Sorry?
I think the horse on that has bolted.
Why?
Because, like, well, you've let various things in your mind. Because, like, you've licked the
hi.
Christian. Owen talks in people's heads, and this magic thing has joined in too. So, like, surely we're better knowing who they are than not.
Well, now I know that it's not evil. I'm willing to deal with it a bit more.
So, do we need to keep an eye on you in case you turn into something, or like,
Turn into something.
I don't know. Well, the only other thing I know that's been like sort of turning is been making pudding people, like from crystal stuff.
Um,
You might not turn into a giant octopus, but you might turn into something else.
I could try and pray to it, I suppose. Maybe we should go back inside. I can use one of the prayer rooms. You're welcome to watch over me if you'd like.
Can I suggest we don't do it in your church? So, because like sometimes it gets messy if like you do turn into something.
He's got a point, you know.
Where do you suggest, Jackson? I take your point completely.
Why don't we go to like the little green place in the parky place in the middle of the area that we were in?
Okay. This time of night, you think it'll be quiet there in the middle of the residential district?
We did park in the middle of the night, so I'm guessing so. We could probably go out front. Just go and sit outside.
In the wastes?
Yeah. We could go into our little wagon and do it in there.
I'm wrecking the wagon.
Well, yeah. But probably worth it.
I will go with whatever you folks suggest. Wherever you're most comfortable to watch over me, I shall go.
How about the market? Because there's surely no one there now. And that's a big open
Mm.
space.
It's fairly busy, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get the map up.
Well, if you want to go somewhere quiet, follow me to the north. There's a building construction site. There's nobody on in there now.
Okay.
I take them to the
Yeah,
construction site.
this one and this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Assume it's quite quiet. Just half-built buildings and scaffolding. There's stone everywhere.
Oh, okay. If you think that's the best place, then we shall find somewhere quiet and I can pray. You do so. You find a reasonably secluded area. Tuck yourself away as much as you can.
Hop all in around here.
Can I kind of turn my back to Charles, keeping guard, keeping an eye out?
Yeah. So you can roll a perception check. Actually, you all can, or Killing can roll with advantage.
Getting a roll with advantage.
So that's 17.
Yeah, it was. Nice.
Natural 20. Nice. Very nice.
Killing, you're about to choose this spot. You think it's pretty secluded. You hear. You know when someone all sort of oversteps where they want to be and they kind of shuffle back?
Yeah.
And you catch a glimpse of someone ducked behind the building. Just like the coattails.
Can I quietly as I can? Oh, he's doing that. Sorry. Can I quietly as I can try and go after this person?
Of course you can make a stealth check. Try and sneaky up you.
Sorry, I didn't.
And they are in high alert. Oh. No, they're not.
They're on high alert, massively alert, but they've got very long blink times.
Are they on high alert and they've been like smoking something?
Yeah, they're on higher. They're on higher. They want drugs. They're looking around for drugs. It's a high alert. I'm looking for a high.
What do you do? So you come to like the corner of a building, and you reckon they are about here, and you're sliding yourself along the side of the building. And the rest of you see them.
Just watching Killian go away. Roll my eyes. Stay with Charles. If we start yelling, come running. And then I can sneak in after
Down
Killian.
there, where I think like their leg would be,
Yeah.
and I just reach around and grab it.
Okay.
But they're not there. All they see is a hand go.
Like like when a cat's in a box.
Yeah, exactly that. Pad. Disappear. What is that?
Or when they stick their paws under the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like me round a wall.
Got him. Go up a bit. Go down a bit. No.
You do so. You're gonna have to make. I'm gonna make them make a save. So, could you? It's gonna be contested. So, are you doing this quickly or strongly? I think probably strongly. So
It
that's
would
that.
be
Okay, so you can make it.
Holy.
Oh dear.
That's not strongly. That's not going around the corner. That's going through the corner.
24.
That is through the wall with the 24. And you feel them wiggle and you grab their leg and you pull them and they go boom to the floor. You just grab them and they fall prone.
And I just drag them over to where we're standing.
Hey, what's going on? Put me back. What are you doing? Hey.
Well, this is you. Hello.
And Erwin.
Killian, what have you found?
That's a good question.
I just kind of, I'm guessing because I grabbed them and like pulled them on their face.
No, they kind of went on their back. You were dragging them on their back. It was
Snow and ice on the ground, remember? So, yeah.
I just do the with my toe.
Ow! What is this? What do you mean? What are you doing?
Who are they? What are they?
They are human. They are about 5'4". They appear to be male.
Mm-hmm.
They are wearing like a long brownish kind of trench coat type affair.
Similar to
high-
the ones that were staring at Killian?
You think it's one of those?
I get down and
Yes. What?
I could cool. Oh, sorry, that just popped into my head.
Yeah.
You know the
Who
cat.
are you? Smile teeth.
I say it like that, but with every cool, like icy breath comes out a little bit in his face.
Are you?
Yeah.
Eyebrows frosting. You know. So, we're literally standing in the shadow of a white dragon attack, and you're literally a white dragonborn looking and goes, remember what one of my brothers did? Perhaps you don't want to be in the epicenter of the next attack. Hi.
The name's Juice.
Just
Juice.
Just.
Name's Jose. My name's Jose.
Oh, hello,
Joseph.
Jose.
Jojo. Little
You
Joe Mama.
you were
Just.
following us. You are following us.
I'm sorry. Oh, wow.
What was that? He it's like fucking thing out Total Recall 2 weeks.
My brain's going overtime. It's just like,
Yes.
What?
So, you were following us?
You know what I'm doing?
what were you doing?
Just a, a midnight walk. As you do.
Oh,
I've been and had a couple of drinks, needed to walk it off and all that. Some cool Frohastian air, Here's ahead.
Yeah.
Insight check.
Do you roll regularly walk past the
Come on, you get that with a bite. It's because I'm scared.
Insight check on this bullshit. Alright.
Insight +1 killing one.
Oh,
Natural one. Well,
oh no.
you are quite convinced by his tail. As you look
I'm not killing it.
Yeah, Killian looks down and say,
Okay, can I smell any alcohol on him? On his breath when he's talking?
you're,
Because I'm like in
you're
that.
that close. You don't smell any alcohol. You get that he's lying from this. And this part is a lie.
I just like raise one eyebrow and then turn around to Jack. And it's that kind of, what shall we do with him?
And I basically just want to give him a quick, while he's lying on the floor between us, I kind of want to, squish his rib cage a bit, shoulders, he seems to be non-puddingy.
Zero pudding. Are you
Cool.
searching him or are you just patting him down?
That's step 2. I will start looking for amulets and then go from there. Yeah, I think he's little. I'm just going to sort of pick him up by his ankles and sort of shake him out.
Yeah, and he starts shaking. And there is some coin that falls to the ground. There is a little pouch on him that falls out of the pocket. There is also a like a pendant, not say like an amulet, but there is a pendant that falls out. And as you're shaking him and his clothes are loose, you see that there is a bracelet on his wrist.
As this stuff is falling out of him.
Yeah, out of his clothing.
I thought I remember. I was like, no, wait, what? Yeah. I kind of shuffle it, like with my feet over to Erwin.
Mhm.
I would say Ian, and then I was like, no, I'm killing him. Yeah. I kind of shuffle it over to Erwin because I'm like, well, Erwin kind of knows more about if he's a thief or anything like that. Erwin
Okay.
knows more about.
You're saying Erwin knows the low lives.
I am a cobbler. I do cobbling. I know cobbling. When I go out a cobbling at night to make ends meet.
A cobbler that knows how to unlock doors without a key.
Some
You
So
do.
it's a handy
some
cobbler's
people's
trait.
food closets are very secure.
Oh shit!
No, someone might
And
need an
Killian is subtle and with finesse.
So, like Jojo, it's probably easy to just explain what you're doing here and why you're like following us or whatever it is you're doing.
I mean, probably. I'll do it fine. You pick up pouch.
Mhm.
The little pouch contains a set of very fine thieves' tools.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very nice.
There is 2 gold. The little necklace
Mhm.
is is you pick it up and it kind of hums a little bit and has that kind of feeling that it might be something magical
Mhm. Cool.
within it. Um,
Can I grab his sleeve and like move it so I can see the bracelet properly?
yeah, you can. It is. It looks leather, like a simple leather thing around it, and you can see like markings and inscriptions in it.
Do I know what any of it means?
And make a Arcana check.
Oh, 16.
You believe that this item isn't the simple thing that it appears to be. You see that these are sort of runes of opening. It's like a key in its wrist.
And what is it?
Oh, just a simple trinket.
Oh dear.
A simple trinket.
And I use my claw and I'll go to like carve it.
Intimidation with advantage because you've got jacks by the ankles.
I've got
But Jack's by the ankle. Damn. You're using it as a club.
Oh, that's a very quick turn of events.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This will scare him. Watch, let me get the orc. You're dangling jacks above him. Are you scared now? Jax is like drooling.
At one point, I can just see them both going, yes. Yes, we are scared.
You don't know what's going on. We've been following you all day. You seem to be friends.
25.
Oh yeah. He goes. Oh, all right. I work for Litiana, the library. My name's not really Jojo.
Can I make an insight check to see if that's actually true? Because he is a
Yes,
thief.
you can make an insight check.
I can try anyway. Yeah, don't worry about it. Carry on.
My real name's Farnak Harper.
Sorry. What? Go again? Or spell?
Farnak, Farnac. Farnak Harper. Farnak Harper. My name's Farnak Harper.
Okay. So why are you following us?
Luciana likes to know about new folk to the city.
And where's your little friend from the pub?
Don't know. What are you talking about? Okay. Claw raises again. All right, wait. He's not on shift.
Mm-hmm.
We followed you into the city. We met at the Yak. We swapped. Now I was to watch you for the evening.
Why?
Just rumours.
About
Oh, there's rumors about us. I'm intrigued.
Well, yeah, that's word spreads
hell.
fast.
and what would these rumors be?
Well, I'm not privy to all of it.
What would the rumors be?
Certain individuals were making their way towards the city of Kazanzax, matching your description. We were to keep an eye on you, make sure you got up to no trouble, do any damage to the city. So far, your behaviour's been okay.
And who is it?
I work for Litiana.
Well, they're not rumors. That's just look out for these people. Blah, blah, blah. You know, what are the rumors?
That destruction of public property.
Oh, dead. Sorry,
Oh, that helps us out there. Thanks, Killian. Well done.
They were worried about the buildings and they were worried about it might cause trouble when you arrived.
We only cause trouble to the enemies of the kingdom and all humanity.
They seem like lofty goals for a couple of adventurers, all of humanity.
Well, it's that sort of threat.
Either you go and have a word with her, or I'm going to lose my mind. I am going to go.
Yeah, what time are we going to play to, guys?
Until you say stop.
Yeah.
Got half
Well, we missed that. Sorry, I thought you were saying we were going to finish at 10:15. I'm like, you missed that.
No. It's just, I said,
minutes.
what's the time now? Should we play till? Are you up for 11? Yeah, should we play till 11 and then?
Can we have a 5-minute break though?
Yeah, and I'm going to go and sort the child out. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. We'll stop for a second then, and I'm going to refresh.
Yay! As the viewers may or may not know, that was an exercise in what the hell. Killian Norn has no social skills. Beanie has no computer skills. It's impressive.
You currently have in your temporary custody Jojo Mama, or Farnak Harper is his real name, who is a human, and they are, they've told you that they are a spy for Litiana. Told you that they are keeping an eye upon you while you're in the city. Have swapped shifts with another individual who's also keeping an eye.
Are you keeping an eye on anyone else?
That's none of your business.
I show him my badge. I show him my badge.
You're gonna dunk his head in a snowdrift somewhere.
Oh, we're aware of who you are, Owen.
Okay. That's nice. Then you know what we've been doing?
I've seen where you've travelled to and fro, the Yak, the temple, the back streets for some reason. You spent quite a long time at that alleyway. I'm not quite sure what you got up to in there.
You want to come and see?
What?
You have a bit of
Feywilds.
You have there's a crack in the reality where the Feywild is sneaking through, is bleeding through. in your city.
Um. Okay,
We
and-
investigate things.
that might be something we want to mention to Litiana.
That's
Okay,
good.
let's see it then.
Okay, yeah, good point. Let's go. I literally help him up.
It's kind of late. She normally will not be taking.
Excellent. Could you then, very much, very appreciate it, if you could set up a meeting?
Yes,
Excellent. I like it when things start to come together.
certainly ask. You guys are pretty scary.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Yeah. So I'll send word. I'll send a messenger to you, and
I'll be at the yak, as you probably
Go
already
to
know.
the, like, purple building in the morning.
sorry.
You could just go to the purple building in the morning.
Could Litiana go to the purple
No,
building
we
in the
could go to the. She lives in like the big purpley tower thingies, right?
No,
I thought that was where the library was.
no. The library is to the far west of the town, the big curved building.
Oh, okay. Well, we could go there. Like, I can find a big curved building on the west of the the west of the city.
You can see it if you just look down that alleyway there. It's just right there.
I'm gonna have a look and be like, that one.
That's the one.
So we could just go meet her there in the morning.
I will. It would have to be by appointment. They are very busy.
Oh, no doubt.
Isn't that what we're doing now? Is making an appointment for the morning.
It would have to be consulted with them also.
Well, okay. So when we let you go, you can go and say we'll come and meet them in the morning.
I will go. I will send word if they agree to the appointment. Yes.
Oh, greatly appreciated. That's good enough, Jackson. That's fine. If it doesn't, if they don't want to talk to us, then we'll just continue our investigations without them.
My things.
Oh, here you go. These are nice pics, by the way. Hand him all his stuff back.
Thank you.
I will like lay him out on the floor.
Did you give him the necklace back?
Oh, did it? Yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. I didn't steal anything from him.
Yeah.
Nothing was
Thank you.
stolen. As long as nothing's had the Moor symbol on it, or the Moor's like other things, or things like
No,
that,
no.
then everything back as is.
Okay. He takes all those things. He puts his necklace back on.
Oh, one small thing. I do pull out a Moor symbol from my collection.
Yeah.
Seen this around the town?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Other than the blacksmiths.
There was several.
Was?
We found them in and around the blacksmith's hut.
Mm-hmm. But elsewhere, I did say other than.
We are ending an investigation. We are looking into that. We are
Well,
concerned. We are aware that this cult is
what around?
dangerous. We've
Yes.
heard of great evil at work surrounding this.
Well, we originally came to this city to find the great and good, powerful magi and their scholars, and to see if we can't find a way of breaking the connection. That's this.
Litiana, I'd say you'd found that.
We haven't found a way of breaking the connection other than killing them, but that's not enough because it's just
I mean, you found your mage, is what I mean.
what?
You found your mage, is what I mean.
You mean in Tiana? Then that'd be great.
Yeah.
Good, fantastic.
Very
As long as she has
powerful.
that,
Very powerful.
that's good,
Do some incredible things.
no doubt.
And then
Not really the magic side, it's the brain side I kind of need, but we'll see.
dangerous. Even a mistake.
What do you mean?
We can be dangerous.
Yeah.
The people with those are deadly.
She's trying to help you out by warning you. But I think you may already know
I
that.
understand. You lost one of Kid Kanzax's finest singers to one of those. You see almost a tear come to his eye.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pudding people.
I don't know what he was.
A form of abomination. Hey.
Bit weird.
Just an orc. Orc whose place was covered with symbols.
Interesting.
I've never seen what you talk of with tentacles or whatever.
Interesting.
Pudding people, as you call them. No, I've never seen a pudding person.
Oh, you don't want to.
Let's
you
we'll
should-
see.
Just hide on the other side of the door if you do. They can't open doors.
They're not very once if they expose themselves, they hide in a sheath of skin. It looks like a human being or whatever race they want to hide as. But once exposed, they are not as coordinated.
Oh,
Stupidly powerful and very, very dangerous, but not
Just
that
doors.
coordinated.
doors
They
that can't.
don't do very well with doors. No.
No.
Oh, thank you for the tip. That's great. Thank you. Might save my life someday.
We hope so. Because we really, really don't want them to kill any more people or to gain any more power. Because I don't think our world will survive if they do. God, that dog.
It's like
That's a
gradually.
happy
sleep.
dog.
He's also really tired, so it's just gradually like rocking, like he's gonna fall over. Oh, poor thing. Just lie down. Why don't you chill out?
I am. That's why I'm here. I'm just going. I'm having a zen moment.
He's
Oh.
got center screen, you know. He's getting his shot in.
Yeah, yeah, he is. This is a full blown. This is the cheesecake section. Yeah.
He's so sleepy. His face is sleepy. Yeah. So, do you let this individual leave?
We good?
Yeah. Yeah. We should let him go. We'll be at the yak. We'll see you when sooner rather than later. Probably not. You probably don't want us looking for you. So
Well,
you know.
Is there a way? I didn't even realise it was that on my dog. They're very warm now. Is there a way that he can contact
Contact her.
us without having to go to the yak, just in case there's an emergency?
There are spells that would do that, but he would have to be a certain particular. Well, he'd have to be a high enough level spellcaster of either sort to be able to do it.
I can send a runner.
Tell you what, I will.
There are spells that can do it. You don't think this person is a spellcaster? They look more like a rogue or a thief. AD&D.
I missed that skill. I missed to be able to use magical items. It was very cool. Because you screwed up, you blew yourself up. It's hilarious. I was in 3.5.
Yeah, use magic device 3/5.
Yeah, that's very good.
Awesome.
Great picture too.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Kind of the halfling mage with thief with basically a
I'm-
blackened
Am I
face.
free to go?
If you run into a pudding person or one with tentacles,
Just run and continue to run.
Yeah.
let us know immediately.
Okay.
We need to be the first one.
I'll just let you know first.
No.
That's going to happen, Killian. That's just the way they're going to be. it's a mistake, but this is what you have to make them let. They have to make the first mistake.
Fair funeral.
I know the thing about doors now, so it'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, bid you good day, and I'll get a message to you in the morning.
Thank you.
Enjoy your evening. Your friends kneeling in the snow.
Praying.
No.
We need some quiet. We need to come here for some quiet time. Surprisingly, there's lots of eyes in this city.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bid you good night. And he
Good
kind
night.
of steps off into an alleyway.
I will follow him for a few blocks to see where he's going. I'm going to follow.
He makes his way. Are you sneaking?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want him to
He
follow.
lose you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to
So
do
it's a
some.
stealth versus a stealth.
Oh, I'm going to roll poorly. 17.
Oh no, you didn't roll poorly at all because I rolled a 5.
Oh, nice.
You follow him for a bit, and you think
I'm
you lose him.
berating my own skills. I should know. How's he? He's clearly let me follow him. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think you see him, like, you think, oh, I've lost the trail, and then you see him kind of clumsily climbing some of the scaffolding on one of the buildings, the more one, maybe like part of like the wood creaks or something, and he's kind of shimmied his way up. There are no immediate ladders, and he starts climbing up into the building.
So he's actually coming into one of the broken build. He's going into one of the broken buildings.
He's climbing the scaffolding for now.
Enough then. Cool. Do you know what? I'm going to follow him up.
Okay. You follow him.
Actually, no. Heck no. I take one look at him. I'm not going to follow him up. I remember last time I fucking tried to. Third time I tried to climb a bloody thing and he killed me. I'm gonna make my way around the building, see if I can't catch sight of him going.
You think he looks into the building interior of some sort,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't see him leave.
Okay. So I'll clock this building as one he's using, and we can investigate later.
Yeah. Cool. And then
Just
return to your
remember
party.
Yep, and return to the party.
Cool. As you do so, you still see Jackson and Killian sort of standing guard round the praying Charles.
Yep.
And after, oh, that's more like it, Charles. After several minutes, Charles stands. I know. I know.
Ooh.
I know. It's all fine.
Okay. Don't keep us in suspense.
It is something of the forest that speaks to me. Something ancient and old.
Are you a druid now?
No, don't be silly, don't be silly.
I'm being silly.
It is far beyond the forest. One of the most fantastic things.
Oh, you.
I only exist in spirit now.
What?
It only exists as a spirit, as a manifestation.
For a second now, I thought you said, I only exist in spirit now. I'm thinking, what? You just died? The hell?
Charles floats up.
I just transcended. Ah, crap.
I know. It's fine. It's all going to be fine. They answered, they spoke. They told me what they needed. I'm afraid it's not easy. Sorry?
What do they need?
Their forest. Their land. They wanted to return to them.
But we don't have any forest or land.
No. But mine is a holy mission to do so.
And where is their forest?
It starts at Gargamel.
You've accepted a holy quest to Gargamel?
I think it may have something to do with the split we saw.
Okay.
The split in space.
I thought you said fit. I was like, what's fit? Who's fit?
There has been, according to the creature I spoke to, an incursion of Fey energy and magics into this forest of Gargamel
Mm-hmm.
long ago.
But we
Long.
had like a weird little elfie lady in the forest with the bugbears.
Yep.
What about her?
What about her?
Well, isn't she like fading and invading the forest?
Maybe it's happening in more than one, but they specified Gargamel as being their sacred land.
But they're just a spirit now.
It was
Then-
the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Resplendent, majestic. A light that one cannot describe with mere words.
Right.
Yes, Jackson, right.
There you go.
Cool.
Shone into me. It wants
they-
only the restoration of its lands. And maybe for it to return to the material realm. To once again walk its forests.
Interesting.
Killian, while I was there, I had a word on your behalf. I knew you wouldn't mind.
That's cool. That's nice.
So
That's nice.
you're trying to recruit Killian to your church that's not a church.
No, it's not interested in Killian.
Just you.
Apparently so. And there are others, I believe, on this holy quest.
So-
But, Killian, you don't seem to be getting along with your little voice in your head.
No,
Subtle. Subtle.
it's very.
It said you can offer yourself to a new one.
Is there one that allows me to eat?
What?
Has this one stopped you eating?
No, that's what it wants. It wants me to.
Ah,
What has its sole quest for you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
probably, but you might not like what it asks you to eat. Oh, maybe you do. Maybe you would. I don't know.
I'm not sure, Killy. Did I overhear we're going to a great library tomorrow?
No, you didn't. We will probably be going. If all things go according to plan, which they never do, but according, we should probably be having.
Charles answer Killian when you say that.
Hey,
We will probably having a conversation with the. I can't find her name on here. This is the Archmage, Ithiana.
Lytiana, yeah.
Ithiana.
I don't. Maybe she could direct us with him. Maybe we can get into. Should we take Killian?
Yes. Of course.
We're trying to get into this person's good books.
we're still going to take Killy one way or the other. Honesty is the deception is the weapon of the more. Honesty, even horrible honesty, is necessary.
You hear that? Horrible honesty.
But Killian, the trouble that you get into is your trouble. Okay.
Fair enough.
Excellent. Everyone's on the same page.
They are renowned for their power and their knowledge. This person might have the key to helping you. I got the secret. And they may be able to.
I was so hard not trying to do that. Got the secret. Got the secret.
I suggest approaching with a certain level of decorum if you can manage it. Try using some of that royal upbringing. Please.
Kid does all the time. That's why he does cheat. He doesn't care about anybody else.
True. But when meeting one of your own stature, a similar level of wealth or power or influence.
All it boils down to, we're trying to fight them.
Lessons, Killian. I say must. You must have had your fingers in your ears.
I have them. I don't pay attention, but I have them.
I suppose you have got good posture.
I don't say that.
Well, let's make our way back and we'll set up and sleep well for the night. And we'll wait for our messenger in the morning, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's where we'll call the adventure to an end.
Ooh.
And you await for your messenger from Nitiana the Archmage in the morning.
Assuming she says no.
No, you're not
Yeah.
coming in.
I don't think so. Although I was a bit disturbed.
Okay,
Like,
long
The one thing that got here was they blow things up. It was like, we never blew anything up. We were around things that were blowing up. We were failing to stop things blowing
with the
up.
warehouse incident.
I would like to not talk about that.
I have no recollection of this incident whatsoever. Fighter did not just charge and start hitting stuff and exploding stuff.
And wouldn't stop, no matter what. The literal bull in a china shop.
It was so jacked.
An
It was a-
explosive china shop, I might add.
What have you done now?
I forgive
Are we? Are you now installing Linux all of a sudden? Because
No, it's just pressing buttons.
that's how it works.
Okay.
Cool.